Hey guys, I just played a game this morning that was particularly exciting for a few reasons. It was a student, and I never play serious games with students because it's instead talking games, reviews, teaching games, encouraging stuff, but actual trying to beat each other are quite the rarity. But he and I both found some extra time, and there's a certain excellent teaching tool where you play reverse komi. Uh, so there's going to be some talking here before we see the game, but this concept of reverse komi is a little important. Uh, so um, I'm getting all these texts. Um, so reverse komi. Let's imagine you got 40 points in your back pocket before you start even playing the game. Hey, I got 40 points. If we play out a corner and it collapses for you, I kill the whole thing. Well, that's 25, 30 points or more right there. Ruins the game. But let's say I start playing a Joseki that you don't know. You don't know the right way of playing it. But you play it in a way where you maintain strength and follow all the principles. Oh, I didn't play it right. Yeah, you lost like 4 points. Well, you got 40 in your back pocket. Let's say that happens in each corner. That's that's 16 points you're down. Well, you still have 34 points. So if you just maintain strong groups and don't let your opponent get huge moyos, that's the exercise. Play strong, which is the way you should be playing anyway, but it's a way of encouraging the student to play stronger. So this is him and my first serious game. We did 3 stones just the other day. I think you may have seen the video if I did a video of it. Where 3 stones and I killed a big group, and he just didn't quite put things together well. So this time he did amazingly well. I was so proud of him. Made me work super hard. So let's have a look. I'm the white stones. He's the black stones. Nice and simple. Good. I go about my business. He plays here, which I think is absolutely excellent. Let's look at a couple options. If I play this Joseki out, we can agree that black's doing really well on the bottom, right? It's every stone is absolutely perfect. There's no way I want that. Perhaps if I go this way, maybe a little better for white, but it still looks good for black. Maybe not entirely special like the other one, but it's good. So I really don't see a way to be excellent here, only do okay. Therefore, I went away. He continues on. If he's going to do so, this is the right way to go. There's some questions. Should he be playing here first, right? Should he do this first? What about this one? Is this okay? Should he do this? Well, regardless of that, that's a hard question to answer. His move is wonderful. Okay. So now I think about same thing again. No, thank you. That's too excellent for him. So I don't see a way of continuing here that is pleasant for white. So that's when I went away to the upper corner. He plays here. First mistake. There's 2 moves to look at here for black. A and I want A and B, not a 3 and 4. Black can play A or B. B focuses on the bottom, A focuses on the right. Let's look and see if he played B. And I'll choose the most common Joseki. I start, wrong button, just a second. Black, white. Corner, I'm out. fix the aji, I stabilize. That's a very old Joseki. I don't know what the most modern one is, but we're equitable here. He's invested an extra move and has that much extra value. But the bottom is what's good for him. That's really excellent. The right side, yeah, it's good for me, except I have a low position. It's not exciting. His is very exciting and Sente. Yeah. So B would have been better. He played A. There's a standard continuation that he doesn't know, by the way. To me, the standard continuation is this way. He gets the full corner, and I have a group that's going to be okay, but it isn't the perfect group in the world. He takes the outside, which I'm not against at all. Seems perfectly reasonable. Yeah, I like it. There's no reason to honey there. Leave a weakness. It does, however, give me Sente, and then I live comfortably in the corner. That's nice. We notice there's a weakness here, right? To the point where maybe I should have played this way. I didn't want him to be coming under, right? There's stuff to do here that I didn't want to even look at. Well, maybe I should play this way. I'm going to play my move, which is here. But that means this is pretty much Sente, and it finishes his shape on the bottom. I mean, his turn now, very powerful. Oh, man, it's hard. He missed it. He didn't see that. He went about his business doing something else. Now, is his move small? No, not at all. It's a great move. But I get this in Sente instead of him. It's a double Sente. Whoever gets it for free. Better position. And now I can play here, threaten to connect under. So it's like a free move on top of which I have a peep for later. Not that he shouldn't play here, but it switched how the position felt. Okay. He plays there. And I don't dare respond here because he's just getting frighteningly large all over the place. So I'm letting him have the corner and saying, how do I settle? How do I get this move to look good? What, this way? It's not in the least bit thrilling. So let's contact first. Common idea. He plays beautifully. Look at this corner. What a delightful corner for black. Point, strength. Strength to the left, strength to the center. Really nice. I do my threat, and he plays away. Shouldn't play away because my group, let's just imagine I play the standard move here. I'm undercut on both sides. This does not please me. Okay, so he plays the big move instead of the urgent move. Now, give me a break. That's one big move. It's huge. But I get my probe. Now, this might have been the best move of the game. Look at the entire black A group. That's 2, 4, 7 stones there. This one white stone, if black doesn't respond, let's just look. All the black stones are in question. There's cuts, there's weaknesses. So the idea, a regular Q player is going to say, no, you can't cut me. Oh man, I'm getting delighted here. But instead, he says, no, you take, if you want them, I'm giving you all the small A stones. I'm getting a strong group on the right, the big area. I completely agree with his move. And fourth line, I like too. It's hard to say why, but I like it. Okay, I cut immediately to make this my move valuable. And cut. He continues here. Let's look at why. He's thinking, White, this is a very nice growing move for white, right? I'm getting a large right side, and it looks like Sente. So his move makes perfect sense. Although I think it should be on the third line, because now we have third line up to fourth, back down to third line. We have a go group. It finishes the group. In this case, I don't consider this terrible at all. I'm not even sure third line's better, but I would play. I'm so drawn to both. I don't know how to make the decision. Okay, so I think this is good and appropriate, but mostly because this black move is coming. This is one nasty black move. I have two seriously weak groups now. I did not see this. He did not see this. Now, if he does it now, we can imagine me fighting back and using stones and doing good things. So I agree this should come first. Next, not here, because he's simply doing great things. There's no doubt he's doing great things. I don't want him to do great things. So this says this top is important. I decided the left was important. And here he made his first real mistake. Everything else has been slow, subtle, timing, subtle things, and not that many of them. He's playing fantastic. But let's check out the ideas, and let's go about finding the move. Okay, we ask, how's black? That's always our first question as the black player. And the right side, all of our A stones are fine. We don't care about the B stones. Take them, please. It's going to take you two or three moves to take them for 8 points in gote, double gote. It's just nothing. Okay, so A's fine. Let's look at B. Whatever happens, B is not he's close to home. He has a white stone to mess with, not weak. Okay. Now we look at the C stone. Well, let's look at a standard pattern here. Pinch. Jump in the corner. Sorry, just a second, come back. We don't say, oh, I failed because my A stone died. No, we say locally, I settled extremely well with points, and I left a nasty thorn in his side with A. A's a little thorn. The closer we get, the more you won't like that stone. Okay, now let's put this back on the board position. Here, the C stone, that's a normal situation. He just pinched. We can do what we want now. So hard to call it a weak stone. And by the way, it also has, we generally define strong and weak by if you have three options to gain health, then you're probably healthy. So the black stone can go in the corner, go to the center, can mess with the three stone. That's one of the options is he's weak, go hurt him. That helps us in Sente. So he's got three options. So he has no weaknesses here. Now, this is potentially an advanced concept. This three options thing, am I weak or am I not weak? The hard part is to look at this situation. I mean, moves spring to mind. I want to play here. I want to play there. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of that. The idea of calming down and realizing I'm not weak. If you can get to that step one conclusion, you're going to be getting stronger. Okay, now we move to step two, house white. The A stone just got pinched, so to speak. I mean, it was black's move. Boom, I pinch you. Does it have three options? Side, center, and bother black? Okay. And B is certainly fine. Although, if you notice, the A and B both are tentatively strong. The idea being that if you simply split, white now has two weak groups. White has trouble. My plan at the time, I think if I live, he'll kill me. That's my guess. He's so thick in the bottom left that I can't go in that direction very well. So my plan was to live. Something like, let's just do this to make it simple. And then I'm going to live over here. This was my plan. But I have two tiny areas. He has Sente to the outside. He can start doing what he wants. This move is now better than ever. The split at L3. So it's not like I'm dying, but it's really good for black. He plays here thinking I'm attacking and I'm taking that territory. But let's look at this move from another perspective. White, black, white, black. Bad move. Slow. I'm not going to play here now, which is what we had. I'm going to, like force him to take it, this kind of thing. Black lost a whole step there. So it's a slow, passive move. And that's going to lose you some games. Okay. We are here. I come out making the top big, threatening to use my stone. 3-3. I think that's probably where I would play. We play out our standard sequence. Now, white doesn't want to face this. That black stone, I'm sorry, one closer. The black stone has lots of room. White is actually eyeless. That's not a base. The single stone can be taken. It's undercut. Also, white's behind enemy lines. This has significance, right? So, in other words, it's really easy to start surrounding. So, white doesn't like that one bit. The standard move here locally, but our A stone is already low. We'll let him be the stone that closes the skirt. So this would be the standard move. I didn't like it. I don't see my A stone being used very well. And the B area is not my territory yet. It's only a stabilizing move. It's a one-purpose move. I'd rather do more, and I have the opportunity. So I went this way. I just surrounded his corner. I just got my potentially weak group out. And I have threats for life. I have threats for running, and I can still go to the side. So I thought this was a good move for me. He responds this way. In his mind, he doesn't want to get in trouble. Make sure I stay strong, but he went too far in that direction. For instance, same move, but Sente. He gave me a whole move. Okay. So that gives me, I did not see this. Probably two moves go by. First move, I asked myself, am I okay? Let's take that off. I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. If he does that, I'll just do whatever. A couple moves later, I look at it and go, well, that's actually, I'm kind of weak there. And then all of a sudden I go, holy cow, my center's weak and my bottom left is weak. This is horrible for me. Oh my God, I didn't know. So I'm hoping he doesn't play it and I get to it first. Oh, that made me happy. Okay. He's thinking, I want to live on top. I don't see how. Therefore, I'll contact to force myself to settle. That is correct thinking. He didn't notice that this Blackstone has 3 options for health. One big option is white has no eyes, white's undercut, white's behind enemy lines. He thought, oh, I'm playing too close to white's strength. It's not white's strength. So a little character there he didn't quite see. So he went this way. Now, if I just do whatever, it's better than ever. Now he's going to take a big top, right? Like if I play this way, he gets out. I mean, he's getting a nice big top area. I just threw stones there to draw a picture, not the actual stones that would be played, just the picture. So I can't play that way. So instead, I pinch. I'm closing my skirt, taking a big top area, and attacking. Wonderful 3-purpose move. Comes out. I make a bunch of cuts for him. And now his biggest fail. He should be thinking, I need strength. I'm very strong. The right is likely points now. And white can't cut me. So next move, I just split him to pieces, however I want to do it. Strong, big. But he didn't know how to continue. So he's, okay, let me do the Atari, free move, and then come up. Okay. Granted, things are okay. A little more complex. Cross-cut to create options and settle more easily. Well, I think just settling and whatever, come out. You'll be fine now. Black's out, black's strong, no problems. This way allows white to work hard, which I had to do. I had to do a lot of reading in this sequence here. You know, every move I'm in a ladder, I break the ladder, he starts the ladder. Okay, at this point, I'm sure I'm alive on top, meaning my cutting stones are alive, and he has nothing but trouble. He tries to get some stuff, boom, 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 and out. So overall, he did form a solid group and connected home and is developing the center. Okay, now white got too much out of it. He may have lost 10 points in that whole thing. That's a lot of points. But he ended up with a good position. And kind of sente, because I really don't want black playing here, and now my corner has, it's such a big move. So I play it, and it doesn't affect the outside much at all. So he does that in sente. Okay, he's still well ahead. I mean, 20 points easily. Sente, sente, sente. And now his next move, another slow move. You see the triangles. I said, if you do nothing and white gets aggressive, where is black's perimeter? So we drew black's perimeter on the triangle. So those are black stones. Seems to me that's really conservative. That black has more points than that. But at least black stones here, if not more. Okay. So the question is, how much of a gain is this? 5 points in Gote? Endgame move. He's like, oh, the light turned on in his head. Oh, this isn't biggest. And besides, if you're going to play it, isn't A the same move but bigger? Isn't B the same growing move as you capture something. So it's a slow, fearful type move. And he said later, he says, I'm just thinking, oh, I'm ahead now. If I just back off a little bit, I started rolling over him. I've been looking at the right this whole time. If I don't do anything, I'm going to lose by 20 points. Well, what is there to do? So I keep looking at these gaps. That's a lot of gaps. A lot. Okay. What should my aim be? Not the C stones. He's delighted to give them up. 8 points in double gote. Also, the D stone. So C and D, they're just helping stones. So I don't want the end all to be capture only them. So I decided here so that I'm either going to start pressuring the DEF, that whole section. Like if I come up, he's so thin there, I can start pressing that entire sections as I destroy his center. Now that's extremely fanciful, but I'm painting a picture here. Okay, that's one direction. What else can I do? Well, if I go the other way towards G, I'm pressing the entire G group, all the ABCG. And can he solve all of that and be sure I'm dead? No, that's a lot of problems to solve and kill. So that was my conclusion. And I'm relatively confident. This move scared me. I'm expecting, oh yeah, I'll either cut you off or I'll live, I'll do this, I'll do that. I have so many options. Or here, oh, safety. Oh yeah, well, we're going to do this, and you want to stop me from killing you, and now I've cut off your whole thing. I'm going to run and bother you. I'm expecting all these wonderful things. When he plays here, I go, oh my God, he's going to kill me. I have nowhere to go. I felt deflated. Okay, it didn't work out. Calm down, calm down. I looked at a few things. They all looked terrible. And I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do? Then I realized if I simply come straight down, gote, not threatening anything. I don't think about that. I think about how do I threaten? How do I move quickly? Well, if I simply descend, I have 3 options for health. Side, side, center. Bother, there's a black stone to bother. I look at it now going, I think it's a good move. I don't know. I think so. Comes across, just go home, go home. He starts taking center. Here again, he's thinking, I'm ahead if I only play cautiously. Well, that's silly. This is an extra 5 points and just as good. And there's even more than that. I mean, what if you threaten to capture the stone? Is that useful? If so, then you're getting a massive center. I mean, there's lots to do. He backed off, which is costing him points. This is a particularly big move. It gives me access to the center. It gives me access to in-game moves. And if he takes it, I mean, right there, he has gained, including in-game, right? If I do it, he doesn't have white, black, white. These are all stone, used up space. He doesn't have any of this. 2, 4. He doesn't get 10 points if I play. And if he plays, he gets 10 plus the A stone, 10, 12, plus more coming. Very big. So I'm delighted to get it in. And he's not about to, save at A to get an in-game move. Okay. So he continues his center. He's invested stuff. Again, he's pulling back. instead of reaching out. Sente, sente, very big. I want to count it. Black just gained 3 points. In sente, I'm not going to let him get anything in sente like that. That's just in game, which means next he can play here. Sorry. He came in way far. Now let's look at the other way. I get all those points, and at the very least, this move. So this is 15 points. Minimum, it's huge. Okay. He plays, no. Play your sente first. Hey, you lived in sente instead of gote. That's huge. There's a couple really big spots here. And then I started in the center. At this point, he's still ahead, just not by tons like he used to be. And from here, we just have in-game. There's a cute little in-game stuff and the famous monkey jump. But the timing's wrong. He should play his sente, and now he's got in-game here instead of me having it. I don't capture any of those stones. That's big. On top of which, he can get this in sente first. He's done a lot of big things there. But he did monkey jump. So I'm like, great, that was your gote, not your sente, because I'm very strong there. And I'm planning on giving him the A stone. In other words, when he comes in, I ignore. He comes in, I ignore. He saves the stone. I'm alive on both sides. And he spent 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 moves to take away how many points? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Way too small. Okay. So he continues in, and I start my forward motion here. Come on in, come on in. Sente to make sure I'm live on both sides. Cut, threaten, and at this point, White's about 3 points ahead, which isn't much of a lead, but that's giving him 40 points to start with. So I just thought it was excellent. He played so good and then started slacking off, thinking, oh, I can soften now. And finally, I caught up. I thought it was just a wonderful game, and we both enjoyed it a lot, and I thought you might enjoy it too. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later.